Now, you could not plan this event if you tried, because it's something you wouldn't want to try doing. But the Queen passes away this year, right? On September 8th, after 70 years at the realm, the longest reigning monarch in history, right? In England's history. And Her Majesty's service, James Bond, this year celebrates its 60th anniversary. So you have the ultimate protector, James Bond 007, of the Queen, and they're both celebrating an anniversary. One of them a good one of them a bad one, tied together in one single coin, and it's sold out, it's gone, but here it is. You got to see it. It is the anniversary crest, the family crest of James Bond, Special Agent 007. Now, the unique thing about this particular piece is the fact that it was launched late in the year, and again, they didn't launch it late just because. They just launched it late because it's part of the flow. Earlier this year, they had a special ingot with 007 on it, and that was the thumper for earlier in the year. But this unique piece has on one side of it the crest of James Bond, the Secret Service, the special service of the Queen, and on the other side is one of the last coins struck of the Queen, right here. Now, they call it uncirculated. They're more of a frosted reverse proof, as you can tell by looking at it. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous thing. Here's the other part about this that is just outright special. Only 25,000 coins were made. That's why it's sold out. That's why many of you haven't seen this before. It was just released in the last couple of weeks, and because of the uniqueness of the Queen on this coin, we wanted them in stock before we even talked about them here on the air, which means we can deliver them tomorrow. So in 1953, Ian Fleming creates James Bond, right? And then a decade later, in 1963, and again, his first novel, you might remember, was Casino Royale, right? But the first movie, which is what this coin celebrates, was in 1963. How many of you remember which one it was? I had a double take. I didn't realize this was the first. It was Dr. No, right? Sean Connery. And this particular coin celebrates 60 years of James Bond on the film. So you have to ask yourself the question, who was your favorite secret agent? Was it Pierce, Sean Connery, Daniel Craig? A couple of them were only a few. Timothy Dalton, Bob Holness, Michael Jaston, Roger Moore, Barry Nelson, Toby Stevens. I know I missed a few. I'm just trying to go from my own memory. But again, 60 years of Her Majesty's service. How perfect. 25,000. How perfect. And on the reverse side happens to be the Queen herself in service of, right? They're in service of Her Majesty's service. If you look at just low mintage figure coins in general, the world has pushed to that lately. We've seen it with the Warner Brothers coins, i.e. Superman and Wonder Woman and all those. We've seen them with Marvel as well. We've seen them with Disney characters. We've seen them with Star Wars characters. And it's appropriate that we've seen them with Harry Potter, right? It's appropriate, and they've done it a few times before, that James Bond, that special agent in Her Majesty's service, is the guy. And it's hard to believe, because in my mind, I didn't realize it was 60 years since the first movie, Dr. No, was released. And it was almost 70 years going back to Ian Fleming's first ever novel, which was Casino Royale, which happens to correspond to the first year of the Queen actually being the Queen. That goes back. So basically, the concept of James Bond has been out there for 70 years. The actual essence in book form has been out there for 70 years. But the actual movie has been 60 years, and that is where this special commemorative is. Time out, everybody. What does a Silver Eagle cost today from 2022? They're under 20 million, so it's a lower mintage than normal year for us because of the blank shortage. But they're what, $59, $69 a coin, and there's just under 20 million of them? We saw the craze for 2022 Britannias and 2023, the very limited production of the Britannia, the coin of the realm of England. And they were selling for $59, $69, $79 based upon what network you watched. And then later in the year, a similar 1 ounce silver, pure silver, is released at $25,000 only, hitting the topic of Her Majesty's service. The year Her Majesty passes away after 70 years, almost tied to the number of years that the Secret Service of the Special Service 007, James Bond, exists. It is currently 69 years, and she was 70 years. 53 is when Fleming wrote the first book. 63 is the year we celebrated the first movie, and now it's 60 years later. $39.95. We sell bullion medallions and ingots for that price. So this limited edition legal tender coin of the Queen tied to James Bond is just a great silver play on top of the great story tied together, the last year of her life. It's just, can't make this one up. I mean, you really can't make this one up. Guys, we got to put a 1 minute clock up. We only had a number of rolls available from our first release, or our first allocation, I should say. There is no limit. Thanks for asking that, Hunter. People can buy 2 or 3 if they want to give them away. What a great stocking stuffer. Or, it's just a great tribute. If you worked with us earlier on the 22 Britannias, or the 23 Britannias, or the special programs, the Changing of the Guard with NGC, what a gorgeous series, which are all being delivered and have been delivered already. Number 1. Number 2s are going out this week. How about this one? It's a perfect tie-in, yet it's ridiculously affordable. It's kind of like we missed it. The Britannia, like the Silver Eagle, is made by the millions and millions and millions every year, and the Britannia goes back to 1997. Their coin of the realm, like our Eagle is the coin of the realm. Well, how about Her Majesty's Service, James Bond, with only 25,000 coins, and the Crest is on one side and she is on the other, and it's only $39.95. Anybody else missing this one other than me? I miss a lot. It's like obvious stuff that goes right by my face. Give me a theory and I'll spend all day on it. But this one, what a great opportunity. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us. Our phones are all backed up right now. It's about a 1 minute wait. avccoins.com is the way to go. But again, Her Majesty's Service celebrates 60 years of film, 69 years from the first book written by Ian Fleming, which was Casino Royale in 1953. 1963 is the first movie, Dr. No. We're celebrating the 60th anniversary, and it happens to be, unfortunately, the year the Queen passes away after 70 years. One side is the Crest, the other side is the Queen. What a perfect tie-out with only 25,000 made. And that is why we call this segment the Wow Factor.